No Asian diet is ever complete without rice, and it used to be the most affordable way to stretch a meal and fill the stomach. But in the face of world rice shortage, Asians are forced to rethink the way we look at the humble grain. Glenna with that story.
If you've been buying rice for the past couple of weeks, it would be impossible to miss. The world is abuzz with news about the rice shortage that's pushing prices sky high. Rice-producing countries like China and India are restricting exports to make sure there is enough to meet domestic demands. Aside from prices jumping 40%, some retailers have begun limiting rice sales to just one bag per purchase. So whether you're running a household or a food business, you must have felt the pressure by now. The shortage of rice is changing the face of the world. In Pakistan, armed policemen have been guarding food warehouses for the past 6 months. And in Thailand, farmers have taken up guns to patrol their rice fields round the clock. The customers of this restaurant on Remuera Road consume about 18 kilos of rice each week.
The whole menu, apart from the sides and salad, we use rice for everything. So the whole menu. You get a choice, you choose rice or noodles. Most customers choose rice.
Over the past weeks, the price of the jasmine rice they use has jumped from $38 per 25-kilogram bag to $57.
According to my boss, it's eroded our cost and we've absorbed it. We're supposed to have a meeting to review everything middle of this year, so it might change.
They've successfully fended off an increase in prices, but Joan fears that the shortage could back them into a corner.
It will be hard to change our menu. A lot of our customers are used to our meals, and to not have rice, and we're an Asian restaurant, and it will be quite weird.
Unlike Asian countries where governments are politically pressured to ensure a steady supply of rice and subsidize prices, New Zealand's Asian population, comprising a little more than 10% of the total figure, will just have to deal with the situation on their own. The Vera family consumes about 2 kilos of rice per week. Their weekly expenses have grown steadily with the increase in rice prices. And although alternatives are proving just as expensive, this household has resorted to eating less and less rice to stretch the supply.
Now we're trying to educate ourselves to eat bread, potatoes, and pasta, basically.
Up the rice chain, importers are also feeling the pinch.
Every 2-3 months you buy, the rice prices have moved slightly. But in the last 6 months, we have felt the shortages start coming in.
Punjab is one of the biggest rice importers in the Australasia-Pacific region. Their silos can contain a maximum of 1,600 tons of rice at any given time, but not right now.
We had a supply in place. Previously, we would be careful with our cash flow by controlling our purchases on a say 2 or 3 monthly basis. Today we are forecasting for a year now.
Punjab Limited has managed to anticipate the current situation, but at a price.
We have had incidents where our suppliers have actually simply didn't supply because there's no supply available.
At this point, only Thailand seems to be in a position to keep up their exports. But as farmers there start to hold on to their rice to secure their own needs, the worst seems far from over.
I still suspect that the rice prices will carry on going up for a little while more until the world leaders decide that they need to plant more crop.
Whether you blame global warming, rising oil prices, hoarding, or farmers devoting their land to biofuel instead of food crops, rice is growing scarce. And Asians will have to brace themselves for a time when rice will no longer be a staple, but a luxury.